Well, legends, it is 9:30 on Saturday night. I've got my new cricket mentoring hoodie on, which I'm absolutely pumped with. Can't wait till we get more of them made. I just got a few made just to check the quality and see how it is. Really happy with how they turned out. So we'll be selling them soon. I am just packing. My flight is in 4.5 hours. So I'll be leaving for the airport in about an hour. Here's all my stuff. It looks like a bit of a bomb's gone off in here at the moment, but trying to fit as much stuff as I can into that one suitcase. I'm taking some cricket gear, I'm taking some old gear. I've got old shoes there, old spikes. I've got my flicker. I've got the tech shot, which I'm going to take and use with some players. I've got my mitt. And then I'm going to be leaving all the gear there except for the bat, leaving the spikes. I've got 3 pairs of spikes in there, leaving them. I then have to go to Melbourne, so I'll be leaving the old pads, taking the Grove pads, leaving them. Got the cricket mentoring floppy, which no doubt you'll see in the next few days in all our videos. Got my toiletries, baby wipes, which I've been advised to take for hygiene, my runners, all sorts going on. Then I'm obviously off from Bangalore straight to Melbourne, so I've got to pack casual clothes. I've got 12 days in Melbourne, meetings. I'm going to a 3-day event, so I've got to make sure I look decent for that. So trying to fit it all in. It's a big job in itself, but absolutely getting very excited to get on the plane and get to India. Just at Kuala Lumpur airport. First flight done. It was really good. I had an exit row against the window, so I slept the whole flight. 6 hours, excellent. Makes such a difference. Feeling good now. Next flight boarding shortly, got a 4-hour flight, and then I make it to Bangalore. Touchdown in Bangalore. It is a lot quieter than I thought. I was expecting people everywhere, but that's probably when we get outside. It's a very nice airport. It's warm. Second flight was good. Got my bag, which is always a bonus, so about to step out. I've got someone waiting for me to pick me up and take me to the hotel. You can already tell how much they love cricket here. I got asked by the person doing the security screening about cricket, why he saw my hat, and he was asking who I am, what I'm doing here, if I've played for Australia. I found him, he's got my bag. There's a police officer with a gun. Interesting, makes you feel safe. It's all happening now. You're guilty, I'm excited, I can't stop smiling. Smells amazing. This is a cool place. Just got to my hotel, Citrus on Cunningham in Bangalore. I've got these 3 legends checking me in. All cricket fans. Who do you guys go for?
Hi, hello.
They like England? England?
Yes, sir. We love England.
Who's your favourite player?
Ben Stokes.
Ben Stokes. This is awesome. Thanks, legends.
And also Mr. Tom.
So I am in my room. It's nice. I'm sharing with Waldo. He's getting here tonight, late tonight. I think it's 2 a.m. tomorrow morning. He arrives, so he probably won't get in here till about 3:30 tomorrow morning. Then we're off at 6 a.m. for our first session tomorrow. I've got a couple of hours now just to chill. I've got to run a session at 4 p.m, which I'm really excited to get to KIOC for the first time. But for now, I'm just going to go down and get some lunch. I've just been unpacking and sorting some things out. Love the people here already. They're so kind and they absolutely love cricket, which is amazing, as you'll have already seen. So just going to use these next couple of hours to rest and really get myself sorted before it all becomes very full on over the next later today and then over the next 7 or 8 days. I've been getting heaps of messages on Instagram. I've shared a few things on Instagram saying I'm here. Heaps of messages from people saying welcome, and I really appreciate all of that. People are fans of what we do, so really thankful to you guys. Thanks for all your support. I'm super excited to get here, and hopefully I can meet a lot of our Indian fans, and hopefully I can reach a lot of new people and turn them into fans as well. Getting ready to be picked up and then head over to KIOC. Had a lovely lunch. Excuse me. Just been resting for the last hour or so. I did an Instagram post. Now I'm getting myself ready. Sun cream on, mosquito spray on. Just taking all the precautions. Contacts in, sunny's ready. New hats. Mean the business, let's do it. Here we are arriving at the KIOC for the first time. Very excited. Your beauty. Hello. Hello. This is amazing. How are you, mate? What did you think of that talk?
That was good, sir.
Did it make sense?
Yeah.
Do you think you can practice some of those things?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
So,
Sounds like you've got a lot of ability. Just got to turn those starts into big scores now, don't you? Which it'll
I
come.
get under pressure.
Why do you think that is? Do you put yourself under pressure, or does your parents, or does someone else, or?
No, sir. I want to get runs because I'm usually a slow player.
Yep.
So,
So that comes back to self-awareness. There's nothing wrong with being a slow player. You just gotta try and do what's best for you. Do you get out trying to go for a big shot?
yes, sir.
So then you need to sort of say to yourself, okay, that's not my game. That's not what I should be doing. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So you just probably need to think, if you're a slow player, maybe try and bat a bit more like Pajara, and just bat long time. Just accumulate runs.
Yes.
You don't have to be a big you don't have to smash it around the park. It's nice to, and it's nice to be able to do all things. But if that's not your game, then you're only sort of gonna hurt yourself by trying to be that. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, cool. So just try and play to yourself, and you got to try and not put too much pressure on yourself. Just trust your ability.
Stay calm.
Stay calm. But you've got to learn how to stay calm, not just say that.
Yes.
Deep breaths and trust your ability.
One question.
Yeah.
Sometimes I scored 30 runs, sir. I knew I'm batting well, sir. Then I got out, sir. How, sir?
Yep. It's probably because you relaxed. Like, you probably said to yourself, okay, I'm playing really well, and then you stopped concentrating or as sort of being as focused. So what you need to do is, as a player, you need to forget the scoreboard and just play one ball at a time. And if the ball's in your area, you hit it. If it's not, you don't, and you try and get off strike. But whether you're on 30 or 40 shouldn't mean then, okay, I'm feeling good, I'm playing well, because that's when you make the mistakes. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So, and a way to improve that is by breaking it down into like blocks of 10. So instead of saying I'm on 30, what I like to do is I like to say, okay, I'm only on 0. Okay, so I'm on 26 and I hit a 4, and I say, okay, I'm on 0 again, start again. And I get to 38 and I hit a 4, then I say, I'm only on 2, start again. Does that make sense? So rather than thinking I'm on 30, I'm playing well, that's great, yep, I'm happy. Or I'm on 40, yeah, I'm playing well. You try and reset yourself all the time.
Yes, sir.
Does that make sense? So break it down into smaller chunks. Because when you get to 30 or 40 or 20, whatever the number is, if you then relax, consciously or subconsciously, that's when you make mistakes. You stop sort of being so focused on the moment. So you've got to find a mental routine that keeps you focused on the moment all the time. Does that make sense? Yeah.
You talk about the fear, sir. How you said to deal with the fear, sir. How to deal with, sir?
How to deal with fear?
Yes, sir.
It's just practicing. It's just practicing with it, and it's just saying, okay, and not fighting it. Because what we try and do is we say, oh, I feel tense, I don't want to, and you fight it, and it just doesn't do anything. You say, okay, I'm feeling a bit tense now. Okay, that's okay, deep breath. I know that it's okay, I've got to trust my skills. I've got to trust myself. Does that make sense? So it's just, and taking a deep breath is a good way just to calm yourself down, slow your heart rate down. Yeah? Any other questions? No worries. Anyone else got a question? No? Good. You all pumped to have a hit? You all ready to have a hit? Quality. Try and when you go in and bat, try and focus on the present moment like I spoke about. Try and not worry about what's going on anywhere else. Take a little bit longer, step away, and then when you step back in, really try and just focus on the bowler running into bowl. Try not to let anything else distract you. Just really try and focus on that, and then at the end of that ball, again, step away, take a second, and then when you get back in, really focus on the next ball. Really try and train your mind in your practice, train your routine in your practice, not just in a game. Yeah? And enjoy it. Enjoy it. Play with a smile on your face. You're not at school? So it's about playing to your strengths. So if you it's about batting in a partnership and playing to your strengths and not.
On the other end, the wickets are falling and.
Yep. So you need to be aware that you can't win the game in one over. So what I think people try and do is they get sort of a bit overexcited and think, okay, I've got to score 20 off this over to make it level. But if you need 80 runs off 10 overs, it's only 8 and over. So that could be, if you think through it, 80 runs off 10 overs, that could be 1 boundary and 4 singles and 1 dot. That's 8 and over. You do that for 10 overs. So you don't need to then panic and take lots of risks. It could just be, okay, yep, single, there's a ball in my area, I like to hit over cover, bang, there's the 4 we needed. And if someone bowls a really good over and you only get 5, then next over you need 11 to get back to 8 and over. So maybe you need 2 boundaries. So maybe you just then, you target early in the over, you sort of maybe target the bowler to a certain area. So it's just about, it's about not thinking you have to do it all in 1 over and just playing to your strengths. Don't try and hit one if it's not your strengths. If you hit spin well, try and take the spinner on. But if you don't hit pace well, then maybe you just try and get 6 off the pace bowler, 6 singles. You run hard. It's about putting the fielder under pressure as well, because if the batting team's under pressure, the fielding team's under pressure too. So run hard, put them under pressure by your running and your calling and your energy. But just try and break it down into small chunks. Don't think of it, okay, we need 90 runs off 60 balls. Think of it as 9 and over. Just 9 this over, that's all we need. 9 this over, that's all we need. Okay, next over we need 9, and if you miss out, then the next over you might need 10 or 11. That's okay, but just think of it in little chunks. It becomes far more manageable. And then you think, okay, I only need to take 1 risk this over, 1 risk. And I like to try and do it early in the over, so that then I can just knock it round. But if you can't get away and you think, okay, 4th ball, 5th ball, 6th ball, I need to take a risk now, that's okay. But you just try and play to your strengths. Yeah? Does that help? Make sense? Good work. Yep. Sure. Photo?
Thank you, sir.
No worries, thank you.